Hey, Pisces, intuitive soul coach here with your April 2023 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Pisces and take a look at all things related to love. Whether you are currently single, partnered up, perhaps you're going through a challenging situation with someone close to your heart, we'll dive into all the energies. So please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so Pisces, in the position here of the recent past, you do have the Forest card. This is about steady growth. I'm also getting here light at the end of the tunnel. So some of you may have undergone or went through a little bit of a spiritual transition here. You may have been undergoing some deep self-development, some shadow work. You may have been healing or mending from a situation, or if you were in a relationship, there was a lot of growth and a lot of forward movement here. Even if it felt like you were stuck still in the woods, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel here. So I'm getting this energy of high self-development and growth for yourself, for a relationship if you were in one, or putting it out into the universe to attract what it is that you want, because you are raising your vibration. Now, in the month of April, present energy, you have the water jug. This is all about creativity. This is that Empress energy of fertility, being able to manifest what it is that you want, be and stay in that energy of abundance, law of attraction. I feel that you are putting a creative twist or spin on your love life. So you may be getting creative about how you date, who you date, maybe even about the way you look or your appearance, because I feel you are feeling good, Pisces. I feel that you are in a good position here. So this is going to be a very fertile month for you to grow and nurture what it is that you want to see happen. Now, some of you, there certainly could be pregnancies as well with the fertility if you are looking to get pregnant. If not, of course, take precautions if you're out of that range, and don't worry about it. But creativity is a really beautiful card to have. You're also filling your own cup first. And that is important, even if you are in a relationship, to constantly fill your own cup, because you can't pour from an empty cup, Pisces. So if you find yourself overgiving and overgiving, then it's time to rein that in and give to yourself some of what you give outward. And in the near future, you have an important decision to make here. It could be moving in with another person here. It could be a move physically, especially if you're at a distance. For others of you, this is about making a choice. Do I open myself up to this risk, take a chance on this, or do I stay in my comfort zone, right? And we rarely grow within our comfort zone. However, the decision is yours, Pisces, whatever this choice is. So it wouldn't surprise me to see the Lovers card, maybe a couple of twos, maybe even that Two of Cups, Two of Wands, because there's some choices showing up in the near future. I see the Empress here along with that Six of Swords and even the Eight of Cups, because you're going and you're growing, I'm hearing. So going and growing. Some of you may be going in a new direction, physically, emotionally, spiritually, or mentally. So let's dive into your reading and take a look at the heart of the matter. What is the main energy? The Star. Beautiful. The Star is the energy of inspiration, healing, hope. It is the guiding light, basically. It is about not giving up on those dreams, because there's more peace and more love coming into your world. So when the Star shows up, this is about the stars aligning to bring you what it is that you seek. And it's a very, very creative time to do so. And she's holding this beautiful wand here. So I want you to ask yourself, if you had a magic wand, what would it be that you would want to attract in your world? Would it be a partner? Okay. What is it that you would like to feel in the energy of this partner? So it can be a really good time to focus on what it is that you would like to see, what it is you would like to feel, and of course, that law of attraction, manifesting. You're going to see some of your dreams becoming a reality in the month of April. All right, let's take a look at the challenge or the block for you, Pisces, and how we can help you overcome it. What's the challenge or block? Wheel of Fortune. You may feel like you're spinning your wheels, you're going backwards, but you're actually taking steps forward. And because you've been in this process of healing, some of you are thinking, oh, I've been on this never-ending cycle of healing. When are my dreams going to come true? You've actually been making slow and steady strides. Here it is in your path, steady growth, even if you can't see it, because sometimes when you're in that forest, you can walk and walk and walk on that path, but it seems like you're in the same spot, right? Unless you have a compass right there, and unless you have, a tracker that you're wearing on your foot that tells you how many steps or how much longer you have left. But remember, happiness is the journey. It's not the destination. And it's very important for you to move forward with triumph. It's important for you to say yes to the opportunities coming in, but also to pat yourself on the back for the progress that you've made. If there is a cycle that keeps showing up in your world, Pisces, it's because there's still a lesson that may not be fully and entirely integrated yet. Maybe it's something that you still need to learn or grow from or evolve from, okay? Because those lessons, when we learn them or we've healed a situation fully and entirely, it's not going to keep showing back up. The only reason it does that is because we may still be resisting, or we may still be holding on to a piece of it. And it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with that, right? I'm not pointing fingers here saying you're wrong because it hasn't healed or you're in a bad spot. Not at all. I just feel like you have this choice showing up here. Have you learned this cycle? Have you learned this lesson? If so, you're free to move on. You're free to experience a new human experience, one that's aligned with your goals and your wishes and your dreams. So let's take a look and see what is below you. This is fate and destiny as well, intervening here. So fate and destiny intervening is bringing you this moment here of truth, this moment of integrity and honesty where you can take a look and say, what do I want for myself? Is this relationship in my best interest, or is it a crutch? Am I hiding behind it? Am I fearing being vulnerable and opening myself up by getting rid of or letting go of a relationship that's no longer aligned with my highest good? Or am I afraid of falling head over heels in love, so I hold myself back at a distance? Excuse me, if that is a pattern that is replaying out, get honest with yourself, Pisces, about what you need to do to bring love and happiness into your world. You are the embodiment of strength. This is showing up in your foundation. Every single sign, it feels like, has received this strength card. And as I told, every single sign prior to each and every set of readings that I do. And when I mean set, it's, a set of career or set of love, in this case, love readings for this week. I tune into the collective energy and I say, all right, Spirit, what is the common denominator? What is the underlying energy that's going to flow through all? Even though we know cards are going to be different and different circumstances are going to show up, there's always a common energy, a common theme. And what I heard was vulnerability. It is about you taking a look at those challenging conversations, taking a look at some of the pieces of yourself that you may feel are flawed. You are perfectly perfect or imperfectly perfect, Pisces. You are not broken. Yes, you've gone through experiences and challenges and trials and tribulations that have maybe knocked you down a notch, maybe brought you to your knees, maybe felt like you've been stomped out and spit away over here on the side, right? You've been through the ups and downs. However, you allowed yourself to be vulnerable to complete love and to complete joy and riding this experience here on earth, which we when we're vulnerable, when we open ourselves up, many people get lost in that myth that vulnerability is weakness. The reason why she's able to stick her hand in that lion's mouth is because she decided to become vulnerable. She decided to let her guard down and build trust. Build trust, and then it brings a layer of vulnerability, and then trust and a layer of vulnerability. I did talk about this in the Aquarius reading as well. And this is all about you being able to take a look at some of those shadow pieces or the pieces of yourself that are triggered or wounded, and you loving through those pieces anyway, right? Not casting them aside and thinking that you're unworthy because of them, not thinking that this trauma experience that you've been through defines you and makes you any anything than less than, right? You are worthy. You have everything you need within you to heal and to grow from these situations that have caused you heartache and disappointment. You have the energy here to bring compassion to yourself, because when you heal the world. When you heal the relationship, right? When you heal, it contributes to the success. And when you do not take responsibility for your healing, it also contributes to the failure of a relationship. So it's a role, right? We have this part that we play here on earth, but you have everything you need to encompass this beautiful part of yourself as a whole, the good, the bad, the ugly, right? And experience all of the things that life has to offer, even if it causes pain. Let's take a look at the past. What's going on here in the past for Pisces? The King of Cups. Oh my goodness. This is like verbatim of a lot of readings here, I feel. King of Cups in the past position, Strength card showing up, Emperor. There's so many similarities across all readings. You may want to check out your moon sign, because that can be that deep inner work as well. Check out your rising and maybe your partner sign as well. King of Cups is about emotional maturity. You can see here that she has a ship going through. This is about you allowing your emotions to flow through you instead of hanging on to them, lodging them, storing them, suppressing them in the body, creating dis-ease. Because when you do that, when you let that trauma and that pain build up, you project into others, right? You project outwardly when you don't deal with it yourself. And it doesn't mean that you have to take care of it on your own. It means that it's your responsibility to heal, right? It's your responsibility to not shut yourself down. I mean, that's a choice. You have free will if you want to do that, but you could be avoiding so much beauty and love and joy. I feel like you've evolved here. You've gained a lot of experience. I certainly see that with the strength card. A lot of you have lost. You've been through a lot, physical loss, emotional loss. I'm getting here that you've been through relationship mishaps, but you have matured and evolved. And now you've learned how to let those emotions flow through you. And it's going to allow you to open yourself up to be more creative, be more fertile, and love with everything you've got here, Pisces. So you are brave and you are taking a risk and you are being vulnerable. And that's ultimately the key to your happiness. That's the journey, right? What you have here, you are manifesting some sort of ending, but there's victory within this ending. So if you are healing from a situation that maybe you've been healing from for 20 years, it's something that you can look back on and say, yes, that was difficult, but it doesn't have to shut me down to attracting new love. It doesn't have to take over my life and be the center of my life every step of the way. It is an experience that happened to me, or excuse me, for me, not to me because I'm a victim or I deserved any of this. It was an experience, right? But what you're doing now is you're taking a victory bow. And this is what you're manifesting, Pisces. You're manifesting some sort of cycle where you can gain closure, where you can feel like this is ending here so you can celebrate and head on to that new beginning. And that's why you have choices here, because you have a choice to stay in the cycle, which is the challenge, or do you want to end something here? Ending of an old habit, an old pattern, an old way of thinking, believing, doing, an old relationship, whatever this is here for you. You have this choice and you're contemplating shutting the old way because it's not working for you. All right, let's take a look here at what's showing up in the near future. The world brings victory as well. The world can be travel. Some of you may be traveling. You may be shutting up down a cycle where both you and your partner, if you are in one, have maybe matured together or separately, but you are closing something down because I feel like you have learned the lesson. Let's take a look at what's showing up in the near future. You have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles says you will not be left out in the cold. There is so much belonging, so much love and connection out there in the world. The lights are on in the background there. The rose is still thriving. When this Five of Pentacles shows up, it's about you opening yourself up to that connection, right? It doesn't mean the connection here, if you're in one and you want to leave it, but for others of you, it's just opening yourself up to be vulnerable, putting yourself out there. Five of Pentacles is about Not letting pride get in the way, but not neglecting the trauma or the healing that you need to take a look at, okay? Because you are this beautiful rose, and this rose is perfectly intact. Remember, Pisces, you are whole, you are beautiful, you are a magical light being who's come here to have these experiences. So even when it feels like this is a lonely journey, you have everything you need within you. So make sure you tap into that source energy. Let's take a look and see what you are feeling. What's going on with your energy? This is all about you, Pisces. Page of Cups, there's the new love opportunity. There you are, ready to open yourself up. Page of Cups can be a romantic getaway, can be at the beginning of a new, playful, fun relationship. It can be about news that comes your way that really brings you deep emotions. Maybe you've been stuck in this energy of being single, or you felt like you were stuck in this never-ending cycle in a relationship, or constantly healing and working on self-development. We're always going to be healing, right? But we don't have to wait until the perfect situation or circumstance before we open up our hearts, right? We don't have to do that. And when this shows up for you, this is something that it may feel unexpected. It may take you by a little bit of a surprise, but it could also be healing a child dynamic. This could even be healing with your own children. This can be healing from your childhood as well, or something of the past. But I am getting with this Page of Cups that there is a brand new romantic invite or a message coming your way where someone may even apologize, or they may tell you how much they care about you, or you may tell someone how much you care about them, because this is in your energy. This is you. So I feel like you are opening yourself up to love and to receiving some sort of message, blessing, or news coming your way. So let's take a look at the environment. What's going on around you? Two of Pentacles. There's that 2 card. 2 of Pentacles is all about decisions, right? It's balancing things up. Yes, you may feel like you have some decisions to make, but you have everything you need to balance. You can see that she's standing on that tall building, 1 foot. She can multitask. She's able to do what she needs to do here. This is about you being able to balance the head and the heart as well. Staying calm and making rational decisions, but yet leading with the heart. And I feel like there's a sense of, I can stay calm regardless of what goes on around me. It's balancing your work life, your home life, maybe having a little bit of fun in the mix here. Hopefully a lot of fun, because life is supposed to be fun. We're not supposed to be constantly, working our whole lives away. We work half of our life, right? But make sure that other half is fun. It's you enjoy the people that you spend time with, and that you're making decisions that bring happiness to you. If you are feeling exhausted, imbalanced, or drained in any area, take a look at that imbalance and do the hard thing. Speak up, have the conversation, make decisions, even if it hurts, even if it's difficult to have those conversations. That is going to be vital for your growth and for a relationship or a future one coming in. Let's take a look at the hopes and fears. What are your hopes and fears, Pisces? Hopes and fears. The moon. Uncertainty. Is this going to last forever? Will I ever find love? Right? Am I going to be alone forever? Am I going to be the cat lady with 16 cats? Right? Is this relationship going to be based on honesty? What if this person cheats? All of those things that we project outward because of fear. Right? All of those insecurities that we may have because of past experiences. The hope here is that you will be able to have this truth exposed, or you're able to have clarity moving forward. But life isn't just black and white, right? There's so much that we have to embrace and be vulnerable and just take a risk and go for it, even if we don't know how it's going to turn out. So trust. The biggest thing here is having hope and having faith that you can trust that you taking this step into the unknown is going to be one of the best decisions of your life, right? Because it's part of that experience. Now let's take a look at the final outcome. What is the final outcome here for Pisces, please? Final outcome. They're giving me the name Leonard. Leonard, if that is your name, if it's a grandfather's name, I'm just getting this energy of Emperor as well. So it certainly could be a grandfather. The Tower. Wow, Pisces. Okay. This is about you doing hard things, right? This is about you being able to let go. There's a major awakening, and that's what I feel from your surrounding cards. There's this decision, this important choice, and I feel like this tower is something that you are creating. It's a shattering of the old to make way for new. It is about you no longer resisting hanging on to something. Maybe it's that relationship, like I mentioned earlier, that you hide behind because you fear being lonely. But it's not fulfilling emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally, any of those things, right? Perhaps it is you fearing opening up your heart to be vulnerable because you're afraid that something's going to come tumbling down. Whatever this is here for you, the tower, I feel, with it showing up as your final outcome, this is about you opening up to this brand new beginning. And the tower isn't always about, something huge and external. A lot of times the tower is about a shattering of our own belief system that offers us freedom. And that's what I feel like this is. There's a surprise, there's a change. It's probably something, if you really tune into your intuition, you already know what this is. But it's going to shatter and get rid of the old so you can build a solid foundation for yourself, for your partnership, for the incoming loves that you have in your world that are based on truth, that are based on trust, loyalty, balance, because that's your hope here is balance, right? This is all about you getting rid of the things that have a faulty crack in the foundation here. And there's a huge crack amongst this foundation. So whatever this crack is, whether it's your childhood, whether it is, foundation is strength, right? In your foundation is the strength here. So you have the strength to make some sort of decision that it may feel difficult to make, but you have everything you need to make it. And for those of you that are single saying, well, Melissa, how does this pertain to me? You may have to let go of some beliefs around thinking that I'm going to be happy single because that's the only way to be. And even though you may really, truly desire, want love, want companionship and partnership, there could be something that is hindering or blocking you. And that could be that wall that we tend to put up sometimes because we don't want to feel hurt, right? We don't want to feel vulnerable. And we may say, it's okay, I'm single and I'm loving it and I'm having a great time. And if you are, amazing. But if you lay your head on your pillow at night and you say, I am truly happy without having connections and without belonging, and you can honestly feel joyful and happy about it, then awesome. You've did a lot of things that many people cannot do. But if you want longing and connection and partnership and love, then really get honest about your situation and say, what beliefs do I need to shatter and take a look at truthfully and honestly in order to fix the foundation that I have here and maybe start afresh, start over. For some of you, maybe it's divorce. For some of you, yeah, it could be a breakup. For others of you, maybe it's having that difficult conversation with your son or your daughter. Maybe it is reaching up, letting pride step out of the way and calling someone after they've hurt you and making the first move of apologizing first. Right? Maybe it feels like your whole world is crumbling down at times, but Pisces, this is all about you being able to free yourself from something that is imbalanced and doesn't feel good, and know with everything in you that you have what it takes to get through this. Remember, beautiful souls, these are experiences that you wanted to have here on earth. And you have free will to decide how you want to experience it. But if you are not living the life that you are wanting and that you are meant to live, then you need to ask yourself why, okay? The Wheel of Fortune shows up, fate, destiny, intervening. That can bring that tower moment. The fact that this is crossing your path, this is an unexpected change that's going to bring good things coming your way. When you have the tower and the Wheel of Fortune together in the same reading combined with the star, this is huge. You have the star, you have the world, Wheel of Fortune, strength, the moon, the tower. I mean, almost your entire reading is major arcana. So April is no month to joke, right? This is a huge pivotal point in your journey of the heart. And it's going to be one that you remember as the catalyst, the one that truly set you free on this path of happiness. And that's what it is. Remember, it's a path towards happiness. It's not just the destination. It is a path. It is a journey. So let's take a look here and get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Come to the edge. Oh my goodness. Hello, Tower. Hello, all of the major arcana. Card 36. Some of you may be 36. You may have a life path or a personal year that's a 3, 6, or 9. Please take that as it resonates. All right. This is about courage. This is about taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear, and accepting risk. It is all about vulnerability. And the relationship message is this, Pisces. It's scary to be truly intimate with someone, to allow him or her to see all of you, especially the parts that you've kept hidden and protected. Now is the time to take that risk and let yourself be seen, truly seen. It is important that you speak up, voice what you need, state who you are, and say what you hope for. This is not a time to play it safe, but to take a leap of faith. You will be glad you did. If you are seeking a relationship, the same applies. Take one step toward the gods, and they will deliver what you truly desire. I'm going to read the protection message. Just because we can succumb to fear, and you do have the moon showing up in your fear spot. So I'm going to read the fear. Take it as it resonates, please. Fear is leading the way into places you don't need to go. Most of what you fear at the moment is an illusion stemming from an old belief that isn't even true. Now is a time for courage. Hello, strength. You have the courage in your foundation. Now is the time for courage. You will not be lost at sea. There's that 5 of Pentacles that we see in your near future. You will not be lost at sea. You will not watch everyone else get what you want while you are left alone and unloved. Oh, the drama of it all. You're absolutely not. False evidence appearing real. That's what I always say about fear, is hovering over you. The more you dwell on fear, the more real it will become. Ask yourself, who in me is afraid? Love that part of you. Ask, is this true and real right now? The answer most likely is no. Give yourself a hug. It's okay to be scared. Courage must be summoned in spite of your fear. Even when you're not feeling confident, Spirit will always catch you. What a beautiful confirmation, beautiful synchronistic card that really does clarify as well everything we've talked about here. So come to the edge. Your life is going to change and transform in magical ways than you could have ever imagined. But you must take that step forward. Have that courage. Have that bravery. You will be so glad you did. Thank you so much for tuning in, Pisces. I hope this resonates. I hope it helps on your journey. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love.